Welcome to Session 4, Ask This Simple Question. In this session, Coach Mark really gives a very simple yet effective question to ask potential clients to get them to open up, to make it about them instead of about you. As the author and public speaker Simon Sinek says, quote, "There's a difference between listening and waiting for your turn to speak," unquote. After the session, there's going to be some questions that go across the screen, and you can pause it and discuss that with your team. Or if you're watching this alone, go ahead and write down your answers so you can really reflect on what you're learning. So what should I do today? You should try asking Coach Mark's simple question and then seeing what the results are like. Now remember our saying, think right and be successful. Let's jump into Session 4, Ask This Simple Question.
The first two or three that I've done, I was just kind of like, what am I doing? You know, like, hey. So then yesterday I did two, and I've been, like you said, trying to make it more about the people. So I just made it a point to, just kind of stand and hang out with them and talk to them, make small talk, and try to dig into what's going on with them. And so then from that, I have two ladies that are interested. I did notice a big difference in actually talking to them and saying, well, what are you looking for? Or how long have you been looking? Or where are you looking at? And, trying to interact with them more. Because the other times I just kind of took down their information and let me know if you have any questions, and then I realized it's not really working.
Right.
It doesn't work.
So when I do a listing appointment or a presentation, and I don't even call it a presentation, it's more of a consultation, but I'll walk in, I kind of say, hey, let's sit here or whatever, ask them to give me a glass of water or something. If they don't offer, I'll ask. If they offer, I say no. It's a psychological thing, kind of puts them on the heels. Oh, he doesn't. And so then, or if, I'll say, hey, why don't you sit over there and I'll sit over here. And so anyway, you try to take control, without it seeming like you want to take, control.
Right.
But the reason I say that is we'll get down to, okay, we've got the nickel tour of the house, we sit down, and I ask him every single time, so why am I here? And people kind of usually laugh. They're like, well, and I'm like, well, I know why I'm here, but what's up? And I leave it at that. And it's usually a 15 to 20 minute, here's why you're here. We were getting a divorce, or we are having a kid, or you name it. And then they go into, and oh, that's cool. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And in 15 minutes, I have found out generally why I'm there, what their goals are, what they think their house is worth, what the neighbor's house sold for, and what they think of that number.
Right.
You name it. And so by the time I actually have to get into my numbers, I'm already prepared mentally for, oh man, I think it's, just to make it up, I think it's worth 150,000. They think it's worth 180. This is going to be rough. Or, oh man, we're right on where we think we're going to be. Or, boy, they don't realize how good of a seller's market it is. So this is going to be an opportunity for me to win them over with, oh my gosh, guys, it's a great time to sell. You thought it was worth about 130. I think it's worth probably 15 to 20 grand more, whatever. And so what does that have to do with an open house? Or when you're talking to somebody? The reality is you could literally just say, so why are you guys here?
Yeah.
Well, we're just looking. Well, I know that, but what's up? Same deal. And they'll just, oh, well, and now some people will think you're a salesperson. They don't want to have a conversation with you, and that's okay. But again, it's about them. And so the small talk is great, but I would leave it at very simple. What's up? Why are you here? How can I help you? And you'll find out a ton. And then as you get in the habit of doing that, you'll start to hear little things that will, trigger, yeah, we've been looking for a year, and I look at that as I don't want to work with you. But you'll end up, so you'll start to hear things that will start to make sense to you, and whether you're able to dig in. I would start on those.
Okay.
And there are more, as you start to grow your business, but as a basic to get you all set up, to go, that's what I would do.
Session 4 questions. Number 1. Have you ever felt advised by a salesperson? Describe what it was like. Number 2, how can you put Coach Mark's simple question into your own words? Number 3, evaluate your interactions with potential clients. Are you learning about them, or are they just learning about you? Next time in What Should I Do Today?
Is there an ROI for me?
Right.
And the answer is yes. Well, our team had 38 closed sales in 2017 that came from Zillow.
Hey, thanks for listening to this session. This is Benjamin Beaver, Creative Director at The Agent Experience, and I want to let you know about something. If you're watching or listening to this and you're like, this is great and helpful, but I want to really take my real estate sales to that next level, what you need to apply for is Mark Young's coaching experience, where Mark Young comes alongside you and consistently teaches you how to think right and to be successful. Now, how do you apply? You actually are going to do something. You can call me just directly, 330-907-7355. And if I'm at a shoot or I'm creating other real estate material, just leave a detailed message or shoot me a text that says, hey, I'm interested in Mark Young's coaching experience. Now, there's limited spots for this, so you're going to want to apply quickly. So do that. Jump onto CoachMarkYoung.com, and we will get connected, and we will teach you how to think right and to be successful.